Oh god. I can't keep up with all this, man. No joke, I have at least 10 videos worth of content that I could make. That be it people scalping, people assaulting each other at these stores. Dude, I've seen it so often. And always there seems to be a chair involved in the situation. I don't know why, but apparently people think that if they put a chair in line, that's gonna secure their spot. And then once they realized that their spot wasn't secured and people were simply just walking around it, they got all like crazy and shit. These people were threatening to like get violent on them. Like, I just don't understand. There's so much shit going on. But today especially, I wanted to focus on one thing, which I feel kind of coincides a little bit with my last video. If you guys don't know what my last video was about, basically I was telling how I thought it was just a little bit dumb how many people thought famous YouTubers like PokeRev and etc. were influencing the market and artificially inflating these prices. And to say it again, I think they contribute to some extent, but they are not nearly the main problem that's causing these price hikes of all these products. It's mainly just simple supply and demand at the end of the day. But if you truly are worried about how this cabal of famous YouTubers are influencing the prices of these boxes, then I also think you should have a problem with the topic of today's video. Now, this whole situation was brought to light when Rudy from Alpha Investments said that he will be halting Pokemon sales. Now, if you also didn't know, Rudy has a Patreon which he often sells Pokemon products at a discounted price. And he alluded to the fact that there would be a massive price change occurring in Sword and Shield booster boxes. He said that there would be months where nobody would ask him if he had Astral Radiance for sale, and then all of a sudden, in a matter of 2 days, he would get 50 people messaging him trying to buy Astral Radiance for some odd reason. That prompted him to realize that, hey, perhaps there is something going on here. So he decided to halt sales to kind of assess the situation more accurately. Now, I'm not going to judge Rudy here or anything. I personally like his content. And the reason for that is he's not trying to be somebody he is not. He's not trying to fake that he is this friendly neighborhood YouTuber that cares about the art so very much. He says, yeah, I do this for money. I like doing this for money, and that's pretty much it. And he gives advice how to make money. And now listen, you could have your own opinion, whether you like that or not, you're entitled to that. But I personally find it very genuine, and I like that type of personality, that character. I really appreciate it, especially in the sea of very fake people in this hobby. But basically, Rudy said that there were massive whales spending millions of dollars on Sword and Shield products. And unfortunately, that did affect the market in the span of only 2 days. So let's take a look. For example, we have Evolving Skies, which is going for close to $2,000. Now, when I checked this chart yesterday, it rose so much that it wasn't even processing the price accurately. It was $1,500 yesterday. And as you see, you can't really find a listing less than $1,900. It jumped nearly $200-300 overnight. And again, this was mainly due to massive whales buying out everything. And by the way, TCG player, please fucking fix your goddamn listings. If I see a Korean freaking booster box under an obviously English box, I'm gonna freaking lose it, okay? Can you just do separate categories? It's not that hard to do, okay? But anyway, going to Silver Tempest, you see it's going for $360. Mind you, this was $240 literally a couple days ago, or to my knowledge. I know this specifically because I have these booster boxes and I was kind of watching them quite frequently to see how much they were going for. And this shot up about like what, 70-100% in the matter of a couple days. And again, for help me fucking God, TCG player, why do you have Korean boxes on an obviously English freaking listing? Holy shit. It triggers my OCD. Like, you don't know how much this pisses me off. But anyway, my little crash out. Let's go to Brilliant Stars, which is $440. And if you look at the chart, literally 2 weeks ago, this was going for $300. This is nowhere near natural. Now listen, just because I say it's not natural doesn't mean that these boxes aren't worth what they are worth. Because at the end of the day, if somebody is willing to buy it at a certain price, then, well, that's the price it's gonna go for now. It doesn't matter how I think about it. I personally feel like this is like a fabrication. I don't believe that a Brilliant Stars booster box can suddenly spike in value $150 in a span of 2 weeks. I don't find that very natural, and to be honest, I think this is just a little bit shady. Same thing with Chilling Reign. As you see, from May 7th to May 9th, which is a few days ago, literally a few days ago, it jumped up like $100. This is insane. Lost Origin was a huge victim of this buyout because it has the Giratina, and it was, again, $400 about the start of May, 2 weeks ago, so little burp there. Oh, great heavens. And then now it's up $200 since then. Then we have Fusion Strike, which, holy fucking shit. Oh my god. It went from $500 to the start of May to nearly $900 freaking dollars in the span of 2 weeks. And again, I would like to preference this, that this price occurrence didn't even happen in the span of 2 weeks. It happened more or less in the span of a couple days. Now, basically what I'm trying to say is... Let me drink my tea first. Number one, this is something that is happening in the current market, and I want more people to be aware of this because a lot of people just don't understand the insides of how Pokemon products suddenly spike in value. This is a result of massive whales buying up tons and tons of Sword and Shield boxes. This is what happens when they get involved. And the reason why I said it kind of relates to the last video is because I feel that there is a disproportionate amount of criticism aimed at something that does not comprise the majority of the problem. Last time I checked, I don't think any freaking famous influencer was successful in influencing the prices of these boxes by nearly 50 to 100%. If you're truly worried about hyped and artificial prices, you should have a problem with this. Not saying you can't criticize famous Pokemon YouTubers for doing cringe stuff that you don't personally like. All power to you, man. All I'm saying is that I'm seeing a disproportionate amount of criticism aimed at something that isn't the main problem. If you're truly worried about these issues, this is a very, very compelling piece of evidence. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later, weebs.
せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化する